Okay, doing some work, my friend. Say hi.
Hi.
Now do a 360. Go real quick across the license plates. This is where she's in the process of building a house down here.
There's James Cross.
Okay. I might get some more videos down there. She's got to go get some money for me. I'm gonna hike that close to the Gila River, and I'll get that. I probably won't post these till like Sunday morning, but okay, you can tear it up if you want. That's looking into the Australis. There are homes. There are a couple homes in the, up a few up in the side of the mountains, but generally they're considered, public property. But somebody's doing something over there. Now, you recognize this place and come down here to do anything mean to this lady. She knows how to use either a 9mm Ruger or a 40 Smith & Wesson Autos. So she does have video camera down here, so don't be giving her any trouble. She's a pretty private person, I think. So I think that's her way down there. That's probably wondering. That's the Stella Park over there. We gotta wait for her to get back. Oh, that's a nice big house there. It'd be a little too big for me, but if you had about 20 kids, it'd be perfect. That's not her either. I wonder what happened to her. If the gate open, it may be here. I don't know. Not gonna short. She already got one video of her house. I'm going to get some of and I'm gonna hopefully she'll get back here. Nice down here, nicely kept in traffic. A lot of people like it down here. I wouldn't mind living down here, but if I was gonna live as close to the Gila River, I'd have something I could get out of there real quick. But I think, like you said, the SRP has gotten a lot, but all they took is a tremendous amount of heat. I'm sure they get lawsuits. But then I've been 45 years ago when all that happened. Kind of hard to imagine everything that's happened since then. Bye-bye. Okay, that's the Gila River. That's the Gila River Bridge where 115th Avenue crosses. The main reason that's a nice bridge. It's been there maybe 10, 15 years, something like that. I don't know exactly when they built it. It might have been there a little bit longer. It might be 20 years old, but I got some interest. I might get to a story about the Gila Bend in a couple of minutes, but let me show you what's here. I pulled off, wanted to get this. That's what they call, I believe that's Snake Mountain. Now, I've lived in Avondale all my life. But I've never actually watched a race over here. There's a little blurry there. Or American flag. But anyway, this is, we just call it Phoenix International Raceway. It's something else now, but I don't know what they call it. But there's the bleachers. Yeah, they moved it. They completely remodeled this track. They do run NASCAR races here. And I've never actually come down here for a race. Now, about 20 years ago, I came down here for a 4th of July celebration because it was free. But man, getting out of here was a nightmare when the celebration was all over. I remember sitting in the parking lot for an hour, the next being in line to get out of there for about another hour getting out of there. But that's looking back towards the, just pulling in here. This was the track, I guess. I don't know what they do when they're not running races. I don't know quite what's going on here. But they do have some activities. There's a road sign saying something. But let me give you the. Now the story I want to tell about the Gila River, about the town of Gila Bend. It's a town. It's where the Gila River bends. It's called Gila Bend. But it's spelled with a G. And this guy thought it was Gila Bend. And I don't know why, because it's not. It's G-H or G-I-L-L-A, but it's pronounced Gila, but with an H. But anyway, it's I don't know if it's Spanish or a Native American word, but that's what they call it, the Gila River. But anyway, this guy, I pulled over and he asked me. He said, "How do I get to Gila Bend?" I said, "Well, I think you mean Gila Bend." And yeah, I said, "I got to go to Gila Bend." And I gave him directions. And I think when he gets down there and starts calling it Gila Bend, the people are going to laugh at him because that's been 20 years ago. But one thing. It was a Space Age Lodge in Gila Bend. I just remember I went to San Diego in '83 and I came through there. It was kind of a hokey looking place. Looked like something out of a 1950s sci-fi movie. But yeah, I checked on a year or so ago. I checked, and even for a place in a little tiny Arizona town, was still a couple $100 a night for you know, for the Space Age Lodge in Gila Bend. I have no idea why I'm mentioning that, but that's what's out here. Go back to Snake Mountain and the track, our flag. Yeah, I'm getting it. And the bleachers. I'll say goodbye from Phoenix International Raceway. Bye-bye. Okay, that's looking north toward the Gila River. Half a mile, something like that. In 79, we had a 100-year flood. In I was here for both of these. In 1980, we had a 500-year flood. Now, where I'm standing, I'm like 6 feet tall. There'd probably be another 5 or 6 feet of water on top of me. This is flat ground. It was a tremendous amount of water in the 1980 flood. I'm going to tell you another story about the Gila River, but I'm going to, in a couple minutes, but I'm going to, that happened before I was born, this other story, but let me give you 360 here. God, I would love to live out here, but it's being close to that's right up on the Estrella Mountain Range. I'm about maybe half a mile north of Estrella. I'm going to get another video and post it tomorrow down there. But yeah, this is my friend's place. God, I'd love to live out here. But if I was going to do this, I'd have like a fifth-wheel trailer, about a 110 truck, and if it started raining real heavy, of course, they, you know, Salt River Project manages the dams on the Salt, the Arfrea, the Gila. They manage. I don't know if they manage the dams on the Gila, but they do on the Salt and the Verde and the Arfrea. But a bunch of dams on those rivers, and they use it for like drinking water and irrigation water and stuff like that. Give me a 360 here, but now other story I was going to tell you is that, you know, during World War II, some German Kriegsmariners, you know, sailors, they were housed in the East Valley. I don't know exactly where. You can go on the internet, but if you type in Gila River boatmen, now let me relate this story. I've related this several times, but I just find it kind of interesting. But these guys, you know, they broke out of jail, you know, where they were being held. There was a big FBI search for them, you know, for 4 or 5 days. But they either made some rafts, something to float down the Gila River. They either made some rafts or they stole them. There's different stories, and I don't know exactly what it is. But anyway, I mean, I'm gonna go back down to Estrellas and just stay there. But these guys walked out in the desert for, I don't know, for 2 or 3 days. I guess I'd had some food with them. But yeah, anyway, they hiked across the desert for miles. When they finally got to the Gila River, it was dry. They said they had planned to float down the river, either going to Mexico. Now, Mexico was still a neutral country. Mexico didn't align with, you know, during World War II, and you know, eventually get back to their country, or they was going to float down into the Pacific and get picked up by submarine. I'm not quite sure how they'd contact a submarine, you know, being in the rafts, but maybe they just kind of hoped that they would be recognized. I don't know. But I think you know, Mexico would have been a better choice. But there was no water in the Gila River, and they had to finally surrender to the, you know, to the police and stuff. But go on the internet and type Gila River boatman, and you'll find this story. You know, it's not a well-known story, but it's out there. You can find it, but find it kind of interesting. But all these guys are all dead now. But I think 1 or 2 of them actually came back here and chose to live in, you know, after the war was over, and they you know, they lived here in the valley because, you know, they did like it. And I remember an interview somewhere, somebody said that, you know, they liked, you know, even though they were here as a POW, they liked the way they were treated. They liked the valley. They liked the environment, and they came back here to live. But anyway, I always found that as quite an interesting story. And there's other houses in here. There's houses on the other side of the road down there, and there's more of the Estrella Park, and well, there's a golf course over there, and Estrella Park and stuff. It's one of the Maricopa County parks. Sometime when it cools down, I'm going to get in there. And other people have got videos, so I'm pretty sure that you know, they do. You know, that like the national parks, you know, require a permit. You know, I'm a big fan of permit, but I don't think the county park has that policy, because I've seen people on YouTube with videos from, of course, they're from 2 or 3 years ago, so maybe they're just told, maybe it was before they required the permit. Anyway, I'll say bye-bye here.